All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasun said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to hit we got memberships available for both Sarah Student SETI and General SETI. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. All you had to do was just click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Student SETI General SETI YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website on Teachable. I want you to check it out. We're going to be upload a lot of dynamic curriculums, certificate programs, and courses. The first one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, an amazing program, certificate program for the brothers. I want you to check it out. Get over there, look the curriculum over. We also have the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream once a week for the brothers, where we sit down and discuss very important information pertinent to our growth and development. I want you to check that out. And coaching calls are also available when you need that lifeline. You can put the call out to the General for the brother. Get over there, check it out. It's a dynamic program. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check it out, shop and save and shop. Pour the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, SETI University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. Classic upon classic upon classics. There's no website even coming close dealing with that. You know, it's a library of all the classic information that the General didn't put down to date. And so, you know, you most definitely got to have that in your repertoire. That's unbeatable. You feel me? No sage on the African sage on the planet should be without it. And everybody knows said he got them popping his page on Patreon. Of course, 500 exclusive live streams. General SETI is the video library. You got Patreon is the lecture hall. Teachable is the advanced curriculums. You know, advanced curriculums. You need all of that, family. So make sure you check it out and have it in your repertoire. To all those that donate to the General, I thank you. I appreciate you. Those that would like to donate, the link is right there on the screen, is in the chat, is in the video description. Click it, donate. I appreciate you, and thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarasun SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Nah. So I put this up here. This is, you know, the poke at motherfuckers, you know, because Donald Trump. A lot of people didn't know what Donald Trump was going to do. He got some policies that are good. They're good. You know what I'm saying? Putting the peoples up out of here that don't belong in here, that's necessary. You see, trying to bring, you know, some jobs back to to America, that's good too. But, you know, tariffs on every country in the world, you know, isolating America like that, as if America can challenge the world. That shit, you know, I mean, that's some cowboy shit right there. You know, I know motherfuckers ride out, but you riding out like a motherfucker. When you put tariffs on the planet, every country got a tariff. None, not, I don't believe it was one nation that was exempt from tariffs. So I think it was 10% on everybody. Got to run 10%. You feel me? And then you had about 60 countries that had over 35% or even higher. So some of them already have been taxed 20-some% with the 35 on top of it. You feel what I'm saying? So you talking about damn near 50% on some of them, like 50, 55%. So a lot of people just think, that's so way over the top. You see, and they saying that the cost of living in the United States is gonna go up tremendously for each family. Could be over $5,000 extra over the course of the year. And 5,000, it could break them. I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna break me, but goddamn, because I'm gonna grind. You feel me? Whatever I got to do, that's just what it is. But for a lot of motherfuckers who ain't got no grind, it's gonna be boat is sunk. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of people boat gonna sink with that 5,000. That's tremendous. And so a lot of people, I asked this, do it, and really it's not an answer. They put us in a predicament where we didn't have no goddamn choice. But a lot of people are saying what, and maybe they have second thought. I didn't vote, so I don't want y'all to think that I'm considering anything because I didn't already segregated. I've been segregated. I have never voted. You see, so I don't have to, not at all. So I don't. But for those that do you regret? Because the country voted for him in overwhelming numbers. And so you got what you asked for. But was that really what you was expecting? I knew what he was gonna do. I ain't gonna lie. Do you see what they was doing to him? I was thinking to myself, I said, they better not let that man get back into office because he's going to be so vindictive. He's going to be vindictive about what they done to him these last 4 years. And so they better not let him get into office. He's going to destroy every fucking thing that they didn't, everything. Anybody that then went against him, you might as well just leave the country. You see, you might as well just leave the motherfucking country because you're going to have hell on earth in this bitch. I already knew that. And a lot of other people knew it too. That's why they was fighting so hard. But, he's in there. Regardless, he's in there. And so, what do you think would have happened if Kamala Harris was in there? You'd be the same way, man. I think we should have voted for Trump. It's a no-win situation. Your motherfucker be like, oh man. You think they still be talking about the decline and the fall of America. Either one of them motherfuckers in there, they be talking about the fall and decline of America. They didn't even give you a choice. And so, they gonna do it a different way, but they gonna, it's still gonna, the white supremacy will be victorious. That's a fact. That's a fact. White supremacy will be victorious. It don't matter which one of them you put in there. That's just the one person that will not lose. White supremacy. If the motherfucker fall down, they'll be, trying to, throw their jewels in a bag and flee to the next little, enclave they got high, just like the Germans and shit. When they shit fell down, they fled, took their diamonds and their gold and fled and shit and went hiding in other countries and shit, But that's what it is. That's what it is. And so a lot of people they regret that they didn't have a choice. That's really what it boiled down to. Just did not have a choice. And it comes down to the fact that no matter what it is, they just, the Chronos effect, where they just eat, they young. They don't, and they eat whatever anybody that's trying to take, assume power outside of themselves. Yeah. You say I'd rather have corny Cornell. Man, shit. Man, please. Corny Cornell. Huh? Coon Cornell. Right, don't tell me. Oh shit! You might well put Kanye in there. You gonna put his ass in there? Yeah, shit, man, please, motherfucker, Cornell tank the economy. That motherfucker don't know how to count. You know damn well that nigga is a philosopher. He nigga tank the economy. Hey, man, please. We need a dynamic economist to get. I don't give a fuck. That's got to be your first. You got to be a dynamic economist. It's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't count, motherfucker, you can't know. We in trouble. We need a motherfucker to count these pennies, man. We out of pocket. We out of pocket. And so Corny Cornell, he can't goddamn run no nation. He can't run no goddamn. You might as well put Bernie Sanders in there with his old ass. That motherfucker Bernie Sanders look like he crazy to the bug. He look like one of them crackpot motherfuckers that sit up in the house all day by himself, one of them castles and shit. Yeah, when they ring that motherfucker doorbell, that motherfucker Bernie Sanders come down the stairs like that motherfucker on Bram Stoker's Dracula. Motherfucker, you look up and you look up way up there at the staircase, and Bernie Sanders come out the door, peeking around the corner and shit. Motherfucker come down the stairs and his motherfucking shadow doing other shit. Wait a minute, man. What the fuck is going on here, nigga? Yeah, they got all these ancient motherfuckers, man. Man, listen here. We in trouble. Yeah, $37 trillion in debt. In debt. Who do we owe, though? They don't never say who we owe. I ain't gonna say we don't owe shit. Who do they owe? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, who do they owe? They owe 37. Who the fuck do they owe that to? Can they explain to us who they owe? What nation on the planet do they owe $37 trillion to? Yeah, I would like to know who they owe. Can anybody explain that shit to me? Yeah, they making numbers up, nigga. We owe the world 37 trillion. Well, you better get an extra job, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You better get you a motherfucker. Yeah, nigga, you better get you an extra job because you gonna have to pay it. I don't know who, because it damn sure wasn't Black America. We ain't got shit to do with that thing. You owe us. Shit. I goddamn debt in that. Yeah. Yeah, they owe us. Shit, I know fuck, you know what I'm saying? We in that. Yeah, go on and give us ours and shit. Give us our shit now. Yeah, they don't know. That shit just made up. So they could keep fleecing you. Oh, we owe the world 37 million. Well, motherfucker, get an extra job. Cause you ain't gonna get it out of me. You owe us. You understand? Don't want to do shit. Then when it comes to we got to take, bitch, get the fuck on. Y'all motherfuckers is out of pocket, man. That's why y'all in the predicament y'all in. You know, you take, it ain't, the land don't belong, the resources don't belong to you. And you keep putting these fake dollars out here. But you really living off the resources of the planet Earth, but you putting these fake ass dollars out here. Yeah, people waking up to this reality. You know, people waking up to this reality that it's a sham. You know, and Black America got to wake up too. You know, you putting all you talking about we foundational Black. I'm trying to say, let me ask the question. This is for all my, my foundation. Why, if we ancient, see, I'm an ancient soul. You know, we ancient family. You feel what I'm saying? What were you before America? I want to know what you were. What was the name of your nation before America? Can y'all tell me that? Can you show me the alphabet that you had before America? Can you show me the ancient history that you had before America? This should be the reference in which we use. You see what I'm saying? What is it? What is it? You start everything is America. That's no you, motherfucker. You ain't no, you a 1776 nigga. Yeah, you a 1776 nigga. You ain't got nothing prior. What's show me something. You see, I need to see that. No, all of it wasn't washed. Yeah, all of it wasn't washed. It just that the center point of it was Mexico, the old Mecca. You see how they built they built in even in Peru with the megalithic structures. You see, they was in the South. That's just really what it is. Yeah, it was in the South. When you building, let me tell you something, good brother. So you because see, I do this. When you building with 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 tons of megalithic stone, ain't nobody washing that away. Ain't nobody washing that away. Yeah. And all of them weren't slaves. All of them weren't slaves. But I tell you what, you show me what, G. Shakur, show me what wall in the Atlantic stopping Africans from coming over here at any given time. At any given time, G. Shakur, I like that. Yeah. See, that's a straw man argument. Because all of them didn't come over here as no slaves. A lot did come as slaves. Okay? A lot did come as slaves. And it's a lot in the islands, there's a lot down in South America. But see, but you here, right? And you didn't come from nowhere else, right? Show me a wall in the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific that's stopping Africans from coming over here at any given time since we've been on this planet. Show me that. Show me that, since y'all just in a goddamn vacuum. And ain't no African coming from nowhere. We just pop up out the goddamn ground like tulips and shit. You see what I'm saying? In a goddamn, on a continent that's technically a part of the fucking Arctic region and during winter, you explain that to me. That's even a harder damn, because, that's even harder for me for you to, I can answer that better than you can answer where the fuck was black people with all this melanin content doing on a continent that was under the fucking ice damn near just 11,000 years ago. We are ancient people. It's most definitely, you cannot be indigenous to an Arctic area. So G Sakura, I want you to explain to me where you was, because they saying that, just 13,000 years, 11,000 to 13,000 years, damn near the whole northern region of North America was under ice. And it's cold in a motherfucker now without the ice. So you explain to me where was we at on this motherfucker, and what was we doing 11 to 13,000 years ago? We know that. We know that. That ain't what we talking about, because I've already explained that in Olmec Voyages of the Nile. You see what I'm saying? We already know that. We know we was over here before the European came over here, but this disconnecting from Africa, that's where the problem is, because I can show. I just want to know where the wall is at in the Atlantic Ocean that's stopping somebody from coming from Africa to America. When? And they have the ability to come. They have the ability to come. So explain to me. And so and I understand. I know exactly what people is talking about. Is areas on the planet where a predominant population is responsible for all the great works. We understand that. But nevertheless, just like the interconnected world today, technology is being spread. We keep talking about, we're not connected to Africa. This 365-day fucking calendar you using right now today come out of ancient Egypt. That's where it come from. So I can show you all the shit that you using today that did not come from over here. The Olmec calendar, the 300, it is not the Mayan calendar, it's the Olmec calendar. And I don't want you niggas to keep pulling the rabbit out of the hat and poof, out of nowhere, you come up with a technology. It would take thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I seen the calendar on the walls. I seen it for myself. If I saw it here, I wouldn't lie if I saw it. Now, I seen it on the back of the Olmec. Then you understand what I'm saying? But the Egyptians had it far longer than anybody on the planet. But they inherited it from the Africans further south. You got star line, stone astrological charts that's where they use the stones to, align to certain stars and things of that nature. It's just no way that y'all can just say you don't have no connection to Africa. It's just no way. Africa is millions of years old. The evidence is there. The goddamn pyramid, I seen it for my goddamn self. That's at least 500,000 years of architectural development. Ain't nobody gonna I seen that. Ain't no fucking way. And there's nothing over here that even causes me to even, I look at the pyramids in the Americas. We know how they was built. The ones in Africa make motherfuckers say aliens came down. So which means that, of course, we dealing with more time. Of course. That just makes sense. It just makes sense. And so when you can show me if at 11,000, my comments got caught up. Hey, listen to me. If at 11,000 to 13,000 years ago, it was ice over the northern portions, and you can see how cold it is all the way down, even into Texas, even into northern Florida, without the ice. Even today, you talking about ice storms. With that ice, and it was icebergs glaciers on this motherfucker. And they had them in the middle of, and you could tell, even they believe that, some of these gorges and shit is where the iceberg drug across the goddamn. So if it's this cold without the ice, how cold would it be? I cannot see nobody with high content melanin living in this shit. In no way. So that's why you see the majority of the megalithic shit, or where they were centered at, is more in the tropical region. You feel what I'm saying? It just makes sense to me. In anywhere where you go on the planet, I don't care what continent you on, go to the south. That's where you're gonna find the dominant culture. I don't give a fuck. You going to Asia, go in the south. Angkor Wat, Champa, India, Mesopotamia, the ancient civilizations of Africa, in the south. The majority of the megalithic structures is in the south. Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, all in that region. Then, you got the ones even in West Africa. You see, in the tropical regions, you're dealing with so, and it's that way all across the planet. So I'm trying to make this make sense, because people's is saying shit that do not make sense. It do not make sense. And so what I'm trying to do is to open up the prison door so people can come out of the prison. It don't mean we're not saying we're not the dominant people here. That's not what we're saying. We are the dominant people here, but we came from somewhere else. At some point in time, we came from somewhere else. We are people of the tropics, and the melanin content in our bodies is proof positive. You can even look at the goddamn animals in the Arctic without melanin. They're just common sense. They're just common fucking sense. You look at and go in the tropics, find an animal in the tropical region that's white. You're not gonna, the motherfucker ain't gonna survive. That motherfucking sun gonna kill that motherfucker. That's what's gonna happen. If a polar bear go to goddamn Africa, that motherfucker gonna die. Either that motherfucker gonna grow some melanin, or that motherfucker gonna die. One of the two. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, where all these African, we're not saying that. And even if you want to say the numbers is greater than what it don't make no damn difference. It happened. It happened. It's documented. And nobody gonna lie about the fact that people lying about that and saying, and how can a motherfucker fool you? I ain't never heard of that shit in all the history, and they done been on every continent, and they ain't got no more love for no nigga that they conquered. Why? I ain't never heard no other people nowhere else say motherfuckers tried to trick them that they was from somewhere else. I ain't never did they trick the Africans that they was you know what I'm saying? That they migrated from somewhere else into Africa. Did they trick niggas in Australia and India? Why we the only motherfuckers in the world that been tricked? That we were from everybody? I ain't never seen, I can't go no other goddamn continent where the white man done trick everybody on the god that they came from somewhere else. Nah. I keep saying this over and over and over. Ain't no way, if he was trying to trick us that we was from Africa and we didn't at least look like some Africans. We ain't got to necessarily look like all Africans, but some Africans. He wasn't trying to be successful in the motherfucking lie. Okay? If a motherfucker say you from China, and I look directly at the motherfucker and say, this motherfucker don't even look like me, that lie would have been over long fucking time ago. Soon as he told the motherfucker, it would have been over with. That don't even make no sense that a motherfucker would lie and say you from somewhere if you don't at least look like the motherfuckers that's over there. What kind of sense do that goddamn make? What kind of motherfucker would make up and has he been successful doing that to any other people on the motherfucking planet? Are we the only ones that they did that shit to? Show me where he would been successful in doing. I don't think he did that to the Africans on the continent. I don't think they did it to the Africans, to the peoples over in India, and they didn't conquer motherfuckers all over the world. Okay, so I don't understand how we could be convinced that we come from that if we was from here, just like they from Africa, we from Africa too, but we from here. You see what I'm saying? And so we from here, and this is all we never been nowhere else but here, and they ain't never been nowhere else but Africa. And the motherfuckers in Australia been over there for 100,000 years. Motherfuckers in India been over there for 100,000 a year. How is it that we the only motherfuckers on our continent that been tricked that we come from somewhere else? Can you show me anywhere on the fucking planet where this trick has been done more than once? Are we that goddamn dumb that we the only motherfuckers on the planet that they done tricked with this shit? Show me another one. Can you show me another one? That don't make no motherfucking sense. That don't make no motherfucking. No, I didn't. I don't think it. I just said that it was no win. It was no option. No, I don't think it was no better. It was gonna be the same shit. Just a different recipe. That's all I was saying. You see? But y'all ain't answering my question. You see? You ain't answering my question. Anytime you see a nigga with a coat on, you know he done wandered away from home. Anytime you got high melanin in your skin and you got a coat on, nigga, you out of your natural environment. That's just a fact. You see? Yeah. He said, F, Kamala, Trump's approval ratings are good. They ain't all that good on with that economy. No, it ain't. A lot of people concerned about that. They're concerned about that. So when you say the approval ratings are good, that's not true. On that economy, people is very worried. You see, very worried. So yeah, you overplay. You overplaying that point. Let me get this off here. Yeah, you overplaying that point. But anyway, family, we gonna have this conversation tomorrow. We're gonna have this conversation tomorrow. It's a deep conversation. I'm willing to have it with anybody. I'm keeping dialogue reasonable. You don't have me. I don't go off. I put logic out there and shit when it come down to it. So we'll have this conversation tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have this. Yeah, we'll have this conversation tomorrow. But anyway, I appreciate you. And G Sakura, I appreciate you dropping some of them, throwing me an alley-oop. I love it. I appreciate you. Make sure you come back tomorrow. So I want you in the house. I want you to ask me some questions. And it ain't gonna be no disrespect. I'm gonna just do my best to answer it for you. All right, family, hit that subscribe button. Hit some of them links up there in the chat. Support the general. We doing the hard work over here, trying to keep our people straight and narrow. Appreciate you. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.